Frank Martin and Marienez. Man, that was an action-packed fight. Action-packed fight. Now, you guys cannot, cannot say nothing bad about Marienez. 9-day notice, took the fight, coming off a two-loss winning streak. Took the fight on a 9-day notice and had a lot of success. A lot of success in the fight. You know what I'm saying? He just couldn't pull off the victory. But you gotta respect that man. I have to say that. You gotta respect that man. And who knows what the outcome may have been if he had a full training camp. Because 9 days notice is nowhere nearly enough time to study for your opponent. Or watch videos or film or whatever you have to do to get ready for this fight. It's not enough time for no one. Basically, it's like a 9-day sparring session where you filling it out, on the job, so to speak. You come on, man. You gotta give that man respect, even though he lost. I give him the utmost respect. He did his thing. He had some success in the fight. Um, and if I was him, I wouldn't hang up the gloves just yet. I would come back. I would definitely come back and and jump on it because he's a good fighter. He's definitely a good fighter. Um, I heard he won against Rolly, and they just gave it to Rolly. So the man got some skills. He definitely is a skilled fighter. Now Frank Martin, to me, reminds me of a mini Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? Straightforward, fundamentals, basic. But the thing he has to do further his career is get off that line. Because Marienez was popping him with some straight right hands that if it was a higher caliber fighter or elite fighter, that he's gonna have to get off that line. And I noticed this about a lot about um, Derek James fighters. They don't really have too much head movement and slippage. Good footwork, good fundamentals, but the head, they not on the swivel. I don't know if that's his style of training. I never just seen a fighter just slip and they just straight like Ford trucks just built tough coming straight in. You gonna either take my shit, I'm gonna take your shit. We just see who lasts at the end. Now, Frank Martin's footwork did get him out of trouble a lot of times, but he have to get off that line for that right hand because these other fighters out here, the more high caliber fighters, if he plan on fighting the Tanks and the other fighters of the world, that's what's gonna happen. I mean, it's gonna be crazy, but you have to get off that line. You got to have more head movement because if Marienez had the power, the way he was getting caught with a lot of them right hands, if it was by a stronger fighter, he probably would have ended the night. And that's all because of head movement. Now the footwork, I see it gets him out of trouble a lot of times too. It gets somebody got good footwork. He just got to get the head movement. Once he get the head movement down, he'll be all right. You know, that's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? Him get that part of the game together, and then he could step up. And to be honest, him only fighting for what? Since he was what, 17, 18 or something like that, turn pro? I mean, he's making hell of a progress. He's looking good, making progress to get in the game so late. But, you know, that's my fear. Because Southpaw should always come with that in mind. That straight right hand, that's supposed to be the kryptonite. So you gotta know any orthodox fighter you fighting is gonna use that. They're gonna use that, and you gotta move your head. You gotta be on the swivel. You know what I'm saying? You can't just stand straight up and shell up. It's not gonna work because either the punch is gonna split or they're gonna come around regardless of the fact. And if you get the right angle, bam, it's, it's about the angles. Footwork is good. Just got to move your head a little more. And that's what all, I'm just be honest, that's what all Derrick James fighters I saw, as far as Charlo, Spence, and Frank. There's not enough head movement. I don't see it. Because I guess because they be so offensive minded, they just think about throwing, getting their shit off. I'm not sure. But Frank Martin did his thing. Hopefully we'll see him in the future fighting some of the other top 135 pounders. Um, I would like to make that fight with Ryan Garcia on some real shit. Since he talks so much, put him in there with Ryan Garcia. Shit. He want to go after Tank. Get past the Martins first, because that's the level you really on. You're not on the Tank level. You just want that money. Beat somebody notable, Ryan, before you start calling out the big dogs. First, get serious about boxing. That's the shit I'm talking about. Get serious about boxing. I just hate to see fighters talk so damn much. Talk about who they want, what they'll do. Make the fight happen first. Talk all the shit you want. Then see if you can back it up. Raw and real. Frank Martin, Marienez. Marienez has nothing to hold his head down about. He did his job. But after 3 losses, you just don't know what plays on the fighter's mental. If they're still, he got plenty left in the tank, but the mind got to be just as strong as the will and the body in order to play this game, in order to do this game. Because you don't play boxing. You play basketball, football. Boxing, you got to live this shit. But hopefully, he comes back with a new game plan. And, they put him in against somebody that, build his confidence back up at least so he can get the mental part of the game together. I ain't saying put him in there with a tomato can, somebody still that's going to test him, but going to give him a good, durable fight and not, overmatched. Like I said, it's all about getting the mental back together first. The physical is what is going to happen anyway once you train, but you get the mental part of the game back together because they got to work simultaneously in order for you to be victorious. Because your mind can be gone and shit. We all saw what happened with Oliver McCall when he had a breakdown fighting Lennox Lewis. I know y'all real hardcore fans remember that. That motherfucker started crying in the ring. We don't know what the fuck was going on. But your mental got to be in the game just as well as your physical abilities. All right, y'all. This T's signing off again. Raw and real, baby. Giving you the spill. Out.